Hi Pisces, it's your turn for the August 2019 Zodiac blessing. Before we get started, let's just tap in with each other's energy. So take your hands to a prayer at your heart center. Have your thumbs against your sternum, your chest bone. Close your eyes. Your elbows can be wide or relaxed beside you. And just take a deep breath in and out. Inhale deeply, imagining your favorite color light coming in through your heart, your forehead, the crown of your head. Hold your breath and let it spread, that light spread throughout your whole body. Then exhale it out onto your fingertips. Inhale deeply again. Hold. Exhale through your nose or mouth onto your fingertips. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Good. Then spread your fingers, building a little bit of heat in your hands. And you're going to take your hands over your solar plexus. So it's the area right above your belly button where your stomach is located. In this area, I want you to imagine the sun, but like a small sun, an internal sun that lives inside of you. And for the purpose of our time together, let's invite this energy center to be empowered to spread warmth and to shine authentically for the highest good, so that you may find the ways to shine for your highest good during this Leo season. Good. And then we'll take our hands to the heart space and bring your attention to the crown of your head, your higher self. So that's your lower self, your earthly self, your survival self. And then your higher self doesn't really care all that much about the drama of everyday life. It kind of knows you're always going to be okay. It's just observing everything that's happening. So connecting to that and giving it permission to connect with my higher self. So our I am presence, connecting. And as we connect, also connecting to our spirit guides, ancestors, Reiki masters, well ancestors, highest energy from all corners of the universe, archangels, connecting with the purpose of understanding and finding the right words so that Pisces is guided and receives the right information to be more in alignment with their highest good and the highest good. When this session is over, we will no longer be connected. And while we are connected, our personal energy is not being exchanged, just higher energy. After the session, you can call on any of the guides that we mentioned at any point. But my energy will no longer be accessible. Good. All right. Wonderful. Okay, Pisces. So this card just fell out the bottom. It's the Ten of Cups, which is wonderful. Just kind of abundance, love, creating a family, partnership. Wonderful. That's not your card. This one is. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So we have the Three of Wands. So there's a wounded heart that needs to be acknowledged, which makes sense. Pisces, you're very romantic, and you can get your feelings hurt. Let's see. Wounded heart. So these sessions are not predictive in any way. They're intended to just be advice and to help you get the most out of the energy of the month. So they're advice for the present moment. For the Three of Swords, let's see if I can find words other than my own. Pain, grief, deception, and rejection. Okay, so there's just something inside of you that you might be grieving or hurting about or feeling pain about. And I think acknowledging that in some capacity might be the way that you can spread warmth and help and shine. This month ahead, so acknowledging your wounds, but maybe even just like taking the time to heal them. Maybe talking to a therapist or journaling about them, but not pretending that they're not there, Pisces, right? So we can use all these spiritual practices and we can kind of deal and cope with what's there, the pain. And sometimes we can release it, but every once in a while we need some outside help. So making sure that you're getting that outside help and that you're processing. Morning words is a really great practice where you just wake up in the morning and you fill 3 sheets of paper in words and just let yourself kind of like word vomit onto paper, and that actually it can be incredibly healing and clarifying for like what you want, what you no longer want, what no longer serves you. For your chakra deck, you got heart chakra, color, and perception. So maybe there's a challenge to kind of perceiving, because this is like definitely a heart healing card, and maybe not looking anymore from the perspective of the broken heart or the wounded heart or grief. You know, I can think of a few Pisces right now that definitely have some grief in their life, people that they've lost and you know, lifestyles that have gone away, and so seeing if there is a way that we can look at the situation differently. So moving away from this pain and into the process of healing could be it. Like, I'm healing from this rather than I'm still wounded about it. Just that subtle shift of like acknowledging that you're healing rather than still in the other energy might be huge. But still, I do think intuitively expressing about this is also going to be helpful. I know that this is a heart chakra thing. Even if you just go to one session with a therapist and just talk one time, it might be helpful. You could also just press the record button on your voice memos and just like tell the story of the experience so you get it out. Or again, the morning words, but just making sure that you acknowledge what you've experienced, what you're grieving. Okay? Because I think there might be something there, a gem there, that can really, really help others. And it will help you really feel more confident in your journey. And it will help your healing process. Okay, so from the Sacred Rebels, what do you feel, Pisces? Tell me about it, right? And I know you feel a lot. But Pisces are a little more detached, it seems, from their feelings than like the Cancerian. You know, you feel deeply and like you're dreamy and you think about things, but I'm not sure if you always know what you're feeling, you know, like, you know, you're feeling something and you know you don't want to engage with the world because you're there, but how do you get to a place where you can deal with this before you're completely wiped out by it, right? Because a lot of times what happens is it's like, oh, I'm fine, just pretend it's not there, and then you're completely wiped out and you can't do anything. So asking yourself this on a regular basis, and also being aware of like how you feel in certain people's presence and everything like that. But this might also just be the inquiry. If you do that writing assignment in the morning, just having the beginning of the writing assignment just be you asking yourself the question, what do I feel today? And then letting yourself just free write from there could be really, really helpful. But asking your heart what it's feeling, You know, like if you're still in that grieving place, why? What is it that you missed? What was so good? What was so bad? You know, just being really, really like give a name to what you're feeling. And then also, what do you feel can just be you kind of like trusting your own intuition, your own little antenna from spirit. All right, what about from the goddesses? Well, that was quick. Yours are all pretty quick. Oh, there's two. So these aren't yours, but these are things that you want to bring into mind. We have Isis mothering energy. So you're being invited to nurture something right now, which makes sense. We have that 10 of Cups at the beginning. Like that's really going to help you heal. So if you're not having a baby anytime soon, maybe offering to babysit or having like a pet project that you can nurture, or even a garden, but something that you can kind of like focus some of that loving energy on, and that will actually help heal your heart. And then laughter is always the best medicine. Laughing of the drama of life, you know, our losses, the pain, the suffering, all of it, being able to like kind of like look back and just like, man, at the end of this, we're just going to die. Like, it doesn't matter how much I feel like I cry about this. Like, it's really, that's the whole point of it all, right? So just like laughing, like putting up your hands and laughing, but also maybe watching some comedy and spending time with people that just make you chuckle. Pisces, you guys tend to be hilarious, so spend time with people who think you're funny and enjoy your company. Spend time with the right people, though, not the people that are kind of like rolling their eyes at you and who you are. Those people suck, and they don't deserve to be in your energy field. You're such a gem. So don't let them make you feel bad about yourself. All right, but these weren't your cards, so I have to do one more because they two came out, so it only counts as your real card of the message, the month one comes up. Well, it was a lot, so we're not going to go there. Keep going. So Pisces and Leo energy. I can't really see Leos and Pisces really getting along too well. Very, very different energies. Pisces tends to be a little bit more quiet, although you can be really funny and showy. Whereas Leo is, you know, gonna shine bright wherever they are, taking over the conversation. So it'd be hard to really notice Pisces when the Leo is around. Now, that being said, Pisces, you always stand out in some capacity. So Sedna, victim, is the goddess card, and we see this is very Piscean, right? It's like ocean and fish and whatnot. So let's see what's in this, because I haven't seen this card before. Typically, victim cards and all the decks are just like a, you know, to move from victim onto survivor onto thriver, right? We don't want to stay in the victim mentality too long. Yes, this thing happened. Yes, you've been affected. You're changed forever because of this thing. And there is nothing that we can do to take that away. However, at some point, you have to know, you know what, I'm no longer a victim. I've survived this experience. I'm good. From there, okay, that's behind me. Look at me thriving, and I'm fine. Everything's fine. And if anything, I'm a different person because of it, and I like who I am, and I somehow see how this thing that really caused me a lot of suffering has made my life better, has made me a better person, has brought more peace in some capacity to my life. It's easier said than done. Sometimes takes a long time, right? But it does happen all the time. All right, Sedna swims into your life to tell you to stop being a victim. Well, damn. The way to wholeness is to recognize how you've been caught up in and are living the victim archetype. Then to change the pattern by empowering yourself. So, yep, it's time to empower yourself. Are you fond of saying, why is this happening to me? So instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Maybe asking yourself, how do I feel right now? Like, what's going on? Like, did I sleep? Did I eat? Like, is there anything else going on here that is making me kind of have a hard time? Don't get stuck in the why. Look realistically at what you are creating, then work to change it. Do you feel your needs are too insignificant to negotiate? Does everyone in your life seem to take advantage of you? Your way to wholeness lies in recognizing when you are playing victim and stopping it. Sedna says we have all been victimized by something, by patriarchal institutions, discrimination based on race, gender, sexual preference, religion, or color. She encourages you to claim your power. Sedna says that you are too precious and necessary in this dance of life to waste valuable energy and time being a victim. Rather than dissipating your energy, create what you want. Well, that was pretty dead on with everything else that's been said. So it's really, acknowledging like you might not even realize that you're still living from this wounded heart. You don't even realize it. You're so used to it. You don't realize that it's altering your perception, and it's allowing for like kind of the same energy to keep manifesting in different ways where you feel disappointed or whatever. So what we need is to shift your perspective. So you've survived this, and now you're healed and you're thriving, letting your heart start to glow again and stop being in that achy place. The way that we're going to do this is just noticing how we feel in different environments with different people doing different activities, and if it's actually helping us move into an empowered place, or if it's keeping us in that victim energy, that sad energy, that martyr energy. And the overall message is just, this is over. This is a part of the past, and you healing this is really going to help others see that if it's possible for you, it's possible for anyone, and maybe this isn't the time that you necessarily, spread this or share it as a teaching or whatever, but just knowing that by you healing from this, you're making it possible for the people who know and love you. They see that it's possible. And that's changing the way what we think is possible. And as we go into the world, we expect people to heal. When we experience something horrible and hurtful, we expect to heal from it. We don't expect to be damaged goods for the rest of our lives, because we've seen more and more people recover. And this really is happening more and more. I think people are recovering from really big trauma and sadness and disappointments in life. And they're not holding it, and we're not holding grudges anymore until we die, right? We're doing the work. So thank you so much for showing up to the work, for asking yourself these questions, and giving yourself permission to heal. You're so special, Pisces. I really am so happy that we get to have you, and that I get to know so many of you. All right. I hope that this month brings you so much peace to your heart and so much healing. All right, namaste. Until next month.